Welcome back to the BackCountry Pa Podcast. This is Cody, and on this episode, it's pretty much part 2 of the episode that you didn't just listen to with Danny Beeck. Once again, it continues in studio here. This one we break down, we critique 2 videos. So we critique one, my video that I did of the buck that I wasn't able to harvest. So we critique that whole thing because I feel like that was my best kind of video that I put out this past year, story-wise. Where I had pretty much all the story coming together, the backstory, all the footage that I really felt like I needed, except for obviously the shot of the arrow going into the deer. So we break that video down, and also at the very beginning we break down Lane Hausner's video, one of his sika hunts from this past season. He dropped it literally the same day that Danny was up. I was like, hey, let's do this video here. So it's in the presence, Sika Down. I forget the exact title of the video, but it was a good video. We break it down in the in this video podcast of how we felt about it right off the bat, like the first time Danny or I watched this video. So it's not like we had an idea of what it was or we already watched and then we're doing it again. This was the first time we watched the video. We watched from start to end. It's a good video, well put together, but we critique things we liked, what we didn't like, we break it down. And I kind of want to do that more, so I think I might, when Danny comes up in February, he's going to pretty much come up almost every February, try to at least. And if he doesn't, we'll still do it anyway. But I want to do that. I want to do a couple episodes with him up here of just literally critiquing videos. So if you guys wanted videos from an outside perspective from Danny and even myself, maybe even a third party, maybe Ethan can show up and do it with us. But if you want your video critiqued, I think if you send it to us, we'll do it. I think it'll be fun. We won't watch the video until literally that day until we watch it. So even if you had one that you did in the season and you haven't put it out yet, right now you might not have a video out that you want to send us, but come this season you may have another one that you want to send us. Send it to us and we'll do it. We'll do it in February. And it'll probably drop around the same time frame maybe. But that's what this episode's about. But I want to remind you guys, June 14th, Lebanon Indoor Archery in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, at the Bigfoot Festival, we will be having a booth. We're going to have 2 flags flying. We're going to have Euro mounts. My buck that I got this year, my 6-point that I got this year will be there as well. In the video, in this right here, he might not seem as big, but compared to all my other bucks on the wall, he's actually one of the biggest ones I've had. Thickness-wise, everything. But he was a 3.5-year-old, and you can find that out by going to Deer Age or Wildlife Labs on Instagram using our code, which is in the description of this podcast, and it'll save you 10% off on all orders. So you'll get yourself an aging kit or kill kit or whatever you want to buy, and then you'll know the age of your deer. And then you can also get this little plaque right here that tells you how old the deer was, your name's on it, and what you predicted the score to be. I'm terrible at scoring. I thought this was over 100-inch buck, but a 6-point to be over 100-inch would have to be a very, very big buck. I'm still terrible at scores, and I probably always will be. But it's a pretty cool little certificate right here that gets sent to you. It's an extra $4, so that's what I did. And then obviously the episode is presented by XOP. We're giving away an XOP stand at the show and a bunch of other stuff. So Deer Hunter Synthetic is going to be giving away an orange hat, a beanie, the Gamma Pack, 4X2s. You're going to get a whole setup. Literally you're going to get the XOP Rubicon stand if you win. And I never used it. I like the lighter stand. I like the retrograde more, so I use that more than I use a Rubicon. Rubicon I probably would use as a permanent stand. But it's a good stand. It works. Everything's perfect on it. It literally has not. The only time it's been on a tree has been literally when I got it and put it on a tree just to test it out. The only time it's been on a tree. So you're pretty much getting a brand new stand that's fully set up to go into the woods, to be mobile. Deer Hunter Synthetic, we're partnered with them. Go check them out. Deer Hunter Podcast or Deer Hunter DH3 right now. They're changing their website over to Deer Hunter Synthetic. They're rebranding. I just actually put I was in the woods for the last time on Memorial Day. I was out. All my cameras are now hung. Feel very confident going into the season now. I just did a little video on it. I roughly did 48 miles, but I think I did more than that because I only calculated when I actually stepped in the woods and started tracking myself. So really, all in all, it was probably like 70 miles I did altogether. And a few of those trips were with my daughter with me too, so that was pretty fun to do. And then I got all my cameras hung, like I said. And this is kind of like the time frame I want to try and stick with, because once you get past Memorial Day, man, it gets too stinking hot to be out in that woods to be scouting. So I'm happy I got it done. I'm happy I got all my cameras out. I feel less stressed. I have one camera, and I've been telling myself I think I might keep at least one or two cameras, or I might get another camera. This one here is kind of iffy. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I might get maybe one or two more Tascos and then be like, okay, take these in the woods with me in case I find good sign during when I'm hunting or something like that, or I see a buck cruising over here, or I see doe bedding over here, and why are all those doe bedding over there? Why is this buck cruising right here? Go check it out midday. If it's something worth hanging a camera over, I'm going to hang my camera over it. So I always like to keep at least one or two cameras with me during the season just in case. Those just in case moments where it's like, okay, this could be decent intel for next year or for the next time I'm out or whatever. So I'm happy I got all my cameras out. One is up north at Ethan's cabin, which I completely forgot about. And then I have like 3 or 4 at my parents' camp, and then the rest are on the piece of public that I'm hunting. There's a few really nice buck in the area that I'll be hunting. And also in areas that I'm gaining more intel on for historical, because you don't want to key yourself into you don't want to be locked into one area, because eventually that area is going to be blown out by someone, especially when you're filming. People are going to try and find that area, and they're going to be like, okay, he got a nice buck there, or, I saw where he's hunting. I'm going to try and see if maybe I can get in there and get something down. So you always want to have those contingency plans. You want to have multiple spots. So this year I'm focusing on one area, but yet I'm also spreading out in that one area, because I know that these deer obviously move. They're not going to stay in this 20-acre piece or whatever. They're going to be further away. I've had bucks cruising up to the spot that I just checked out this past weekend, which I got in there and it was phenomenal sign with the rubs, the feeding sign. I saw a deer, and just the amount of rubs, the signpost rubs. It's man, they're hanging out in here. I know they're hanging out because of all this sign. It's probably early season rubs. But Campco, use BCPA 10. That'll get you 10% off your orders. Also, some of that money will go towards conservation. If you buy one of our hats from Campco, $3 from that purchase will go to a conservation effort of your choice. For deer age, it's BackCountry Pa, BackCountry Pa. That'll save you 10% off. And then obviously Tractor Beam Attractants, which is not just minerals. He has minerals. He has I think it's 2 or 3 minerals now. Might just be 2. He has a protein one, which I got, which I have not put out yet. Ethan has just the regular minerals, which he put out, I believe. So we'll see what happens with the camera over that. And then he has a ton of seeds for food plots. Ethan put some clover, or the clover, up at his cabin from Tractor Beam from Taylor, and man, are they that clover's coming up really quick. So that's something that I need to do, because I think my parents were up in last 2 weeks. They said no clover was coming up, and I was like, shit, man, that sucks. I really wanted that clover to come up. So I might go up there and overseed with the clover that I now have from Tractor Beam. We don't have a discount code. He's a new company. We just want to help him out. He helps us out by giving us a little bit of discount, so we can help him out. But all in all, it's fun working with these people, with these companies, these brands. I don't think if we ever started the podcast, we never would have worked with them. We never would meet the people or talk to the people that we do now. So, also the Ruck Camp, I want to let you guys know it'll be November 6th to the 9th, I believe. It's a Thursday to a Sunday. So I'm probably going to be heading up. I'm hoping I can head up Wednesday night instead of Thursday morning. Hopefully I can make that work with my wife, my family, all that kind of stuff. but I'm hoping I do that because it'd be nice to have like at least Thursday, Friday, Saturday, full day hunts, and then Sunday kind of take my time packing up, coming home. But we have a few people on the docket right now that want to come, and honestly, I think we might do maybe more than 2. There's plenty of room to pitch tents outside or whatever. Like if we can get a wall tent up there, like I think that'd be pretty cool to do. I know Ethan's dad has a big kind of like a canvas garage up there. So like that, put a heater in that thing, it'll probably get real hot in there. Have a bunk, have a, that kind of stuff. But we'll figure it out. Like I think the more people, the better. Also, there's a campground right nearby too, so we can always work that out somehow too. But remember, guys, to subscribe, give us a rating on Apple or Spotify. It really helps us to keep growing, reaching new people. And remember to check out the Lebanon Indoor Archery Range and the Bigfoot Festival in Pennsylvania here, and come say hi. Remember, guys, keep hunting, keep fishing, and always enjoy the freaking process. See you. Oh, you need topped off.
I need topped off, yeah.
You need topped off.
Yeah, give me a little bit. A little something.
All right, so for everyone who is watching, you probably if you're listening, you should probably go to the YouTube channel and watch this part.
Yeah.
But we are going to be critiquing and giving our honest review of the video from In the Presence with Lane Hausner. He was on the self-filming series over when Danny was on too.
Yeah.
This one is Sika deer hunting in the snow. 2 Sika deer down, late season public land rifle hunting 2025. Right off the bat, lots of SEO there.
Yeah.
Lots.
Refresh this real quick. If it does another link, I'm sad for you. Okay, so 241 views in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Is pretty good on a Saturday night.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Why is this not playing through?
It's not playing through the
headset.
Try now.
Yep. Where is that?
10th today.
Yeah.
All right, guys. January 10th today. It's the first day of this late season rifle season down here in Maryland. So, yeah. Was planning on rolling down last night, but kind of got caught up at hockey. So, slept in a little bit this morning. Meeting up with Devin for Hunt B&B. He's got a house down here, so if you guys want, you guys can check out the website down below.
It's cool. Integration.
That's where we're staying at. There's a whole bunch of listings of different properties you can stay at. So I'll put the link down in the description of this video. Click the link and check it out. What he has to offer. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna head on down, see if we can't kill one of these sika deer. Snow's on the ground, marsh frozen. They should be in the hardwoods, but we'll see once.
Dang, those are different deer than I'm used to seeing too. Sika deer.
Yep. They're small.
Yeah.
Very small. So right off the bat, it's 10 minutes long.
Cool. Easy context. I don't know what he's showing right now, but like.
Well, guys, might be kind of hard to video all this, but
he's wearing our hat too.
walked in this spot.
He's what?
He's wearing our hat too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Deer shit.
Yeah. Like showing all this stuff is interesting for me because I don't know. Yeah, that looks like it's a 360.
Yep. Went to school with this guy, Devin Apple.
Oh, really?
Yep.
With this guy?
Mm-hmm. Devin Apple, right there, that guy.
Like in this spot.
Oh, there's the harness you're talking about.
Yep.
Seems similar
Like in
thing.
this spot with Devin. There's pressure.
It's actually the same exact saddle.
Really?
Yeah.
Just walked around, did a whole circle, found a real fresh sign. He's sitting probably 500, 600 yards behind me here on this other hardwood section.
Like all this stuff, dude, is interesting. Like, cool. If you're not seeing anything, still document stuff.
Nice mustache right off the bat.
Dude.
Great mustache.
Dude.
Man.
I wish. I aspire to get to that level.
I mean, he looks like he's like.
Dude, that 360. Like, see what I'm saying, dude?
It looks like you're not even aiming.
Uh-huh.
great mustache.
Dude. Safety off, brother.
Yep.
This is going to be ear piercing.
Not too bad.
No, actually, it wasn't that bad. Is this a situation where it'd be helpful to have like a radio? Like radio up to your buddy? Or no?
No. In a situation, yeah, it would be, but you also have cell phones. If you probably have cell phone service.
That's
Well,
fair. That's fair.
Devin killed one.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Devin? First one, baby.
Pretty excited about that. Was not expecting that at all. Shot at her, 2 hours into there?
Yeah.
Took a shot at about 70 yards. I couldn't tell you if I hit him on the first one or the second one, but either way, she's down. So, go get her.
Yeah, let's do it, dude. That's sick.
Artistic.
Yep.
Simple, but,
Simple. Blood.
Yeah.
Very small deer.
Very small deer.
Yeah.
So do you need tags for all those?
Yeah.
Like you need a sika deer tag
You just a person, like, look at that. He puts it in his literally
on
not
his bag.
like gutted, full body, just in the bag. Just carries it out.
Damn.
Folds it up, puts
Because
it
it's
in there.
that small.
It's that small. Like, it's not just because it's a small deer. It's just
Do you want to
literally, it's a
discover how I got
small
over 1 million
animal.
subscribers on
Right.
YouTube without ever even showing my face or stepping?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
I was gonna
actually.
say yes.
If so, I'd love-
Think quick.
The next morning.
Yeah.
Boom. Race the next morning.
So pause that right now. I have a few questions. So I think for viewers that might not like know for me, for instance, I had a question because like I don't even know how much a tag costs to fill or like whatever it is, like what that submission process. Those videos are interesting for me as somebody that's on the outside because it's like, you shoot a deer, right? Like I thought you go into the woods with $3,000 to $5,000 worth of equipment. I don't know those things. I don't know those, like all of that behind the scenes stuff. It's almost like a what's in the bag type thing. I know I follow a lot of like, whether it's like gym influencers or whatever it is, right? Like what equipment they use, what stuff that they put in their money into. That would be something that's kind of interesting. I'm going to put that out there in general as like a what's in the bag type thing, talking about all your equipment. And I'm not sure exactly what type of content that you put out and like if that even applies to the stuff that you've done in the past or if that applies and stuff.
Would be almost like a gear drop or gear dump.
Gear dump.
Thing. People
yes.
do gear dumps, like they open up their bag and they show what's on there. Or they just have their pack, like say that backpack right there, just laying on the ground. And you have all this stuff laying around. You have the bow, you have the saddle, you have the binos, you have the camera gear, you have all this laying around there. That would be kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then I think the other side of that, or the more in-depth side, is like, what's the cost?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Showing the real stuff.
Yeah, like
I think that's interesting.
yeah, the real cost. Like you keep messing up that mic,
Dude, I'm just moving it. I just want to make sure that it's easy for
I
me
probably
to
should
talk.
just put a new mic there.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm not gonna.
No,
don't make me the
I'm not
person.
saying right now.
Don't
I'm saying,
don't make me the guy that's messing up.
but no, I mean, one, it's already broken. I
No, it's
knew
not
I broke it.
broken.
I was just, I
was the testing dummy.
no.
That's how it
Ethan's been there. Ethan's been there. He's been there a few
I'm holding
times.
Ethan's seat down right
He's
now.
been there a few times, but it's just I just had to finagle it all in there and make it work. But
do your dance.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, to show the actual cost of things, to show how it's broken down, maybe show how you save the money on certain things. Tags are very, of how you fill a tag out, that kind of stuff. Like I think that's what you're kind of in reference to there because. You didn't see that. You didn't see the filling of the tags. You didn't see anything else other than just
I think like
packing
this
out.
sika deer is interesting. Like I don't know.
I haven't gone.
Yeah, and I don't know. Is that Maryland specific? Is that like are they in Maryland,
sure.
Virginia, or are they Maryland, West Virginia, or like are they like?
I think it's just Maryland. I think it's just. I don't want to be called out, but I think it's just Maryland.
And is it one? Do they have racks? Like do they
they do.
like all those things? Like all of those specific things that I don't. And even that terminology of just being like, oh, do they have racks? It's like that sounds foreign to me. Like to even talk about that type of conversation, I think is different. I I would click on something like I go down rabbit holes on YouTube all of the time. I watch stuff about this Chinese Taiwan stuff. Dude, weird. If you pop up in my algorithm, chances are I'm going to click you.
Wow.
If it's like around this time of the night, I'm going to go lay in bed and I'm going to watch that stuff. I'm going to watch that stuff. Like if it pops up in my algorithm, I will watch that stuff. So like click like filling a deer tag and filling all those things, like that stuff is interesting. Really like the graphics so far. Context wise, like I think that's important. We're only 4 minutes and 26 seconds in, and he showed like basically a full day of hunting, right? Like from the time he goes out
to someone else's and all that kind of stuff.
And like in a situation where he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film all this. Cool, you're filming it. You know, like you're out there, you're seeing what you're seeing, like you're documenting it. If there's droppings, if there's a rub on a tree, if there's piss on one spot, like that the deer are in that area, and I think like that's the type of stuff that. You look back and cool, I found this from 2021 and they were in this area and, I can put a trail cam here and see that self-scouting for next year or for the, a few years in the future, I think like is super valuable.
I think also it's like it's better to over-record over video than it is to under.
Yeah,
100%. Like, if you over, like I for our ruck camp, that was in November, I didn't put the video together. So, like, that's going to be dropping next season.
Yeah.
But, like, I recorded as much as I could when I was in the woods.
Right.
And as much as I could any other time. So, like, I got to go through it and be like, okay, what's important to this? What would be good to put in this? What would keep people interested?
Right.
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 So, like, over-recording is better than under.
The best spot to be in, yeah.
Best.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
Good footage.
I think I'm gonna get down after like
Stone leaves.
Easy B-roll.
It's one thing that I need to prove on is the B-roll.
I think that's something that
takes time.
It takes time, but like you're out in the woods for 8 hours. You're out in the woods for 10 hours. You're sitting there. How much time? I mean, I know you're listening and I know you're being intent, but like you can kind of disengage from what you're doing to shoot birds flying or like an empty tree or like, you see this one shot, you're staring and there's a bird on this one branch. Cool. I'm going to shoot some of that. I'm going to shoot some of this. Like you never know to cover up jump cuts or to cover, the passing of time or to show the passing of time. All those things are super valuable and things that you can easily overlook. And I'm not like it's easily to overlook because you're doing all these other things in the moment. You're setting up your spot. You're getting comfortable. Your battery on your heating vest is out. Like you have to plug it in. Like all those things that could deter you from having that forethought for your edit or something like this. But you have that, and if you're overshooting, you have all that stuff that you can use. You can kind of fill in those gaps.
Might not even be for that day.
What's that?
It might not even be from
it
that
doesn't
day.
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously it would help if it's in that same environment, and obviously, like, all those things go into it. That's integrity of, like, journalistic integrity of being like, cool, I'm going to show exactly what happened. But I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
No.
It's not that serious.
Not B-roll anyway.
I'm not going to show a sunny day, and then all your stuff is in the winter.
Oh, yeah. I think it's sunny all for those 2 seconds.
Yeah. All of a sudden there's...
Well, it's about 8:30. Haven't seen anything. I'm gonna get on down, start walking. We just got snow last night, so I should be able to find any first tracks and hopefully get on them. So that's gonna be my game plan. We'll see what happens.
Clearly cell phone footage.
Spot number 2 for this morning. It's only about 9 o'clock. Crawled out of that first set. I made it maybe 300 yards. Caught a fresh track.
It's cool for the viewer. Oh yeah, I see him.
Things are crazy. Wow.
Things injured. Popping around.
Jeez. Super tough.
Well, I got one. Yeah, man. That's why making moves pays off. I was maybe sitting in this tree, maybe 20 minutes. And I looked up and I caught a glimpse of a deer moving through. First shot, I shot her like maybe 100. And she ran pretty much right into me.
She was injured there, yeah.
She's dead. Maybe 30 yards from me right here, so. I love this stuff, dude. Late season in the snow. Can't get any better.
I want to buy your house.
Perfect time
I can pay you.
How sick is it though? Like, really quick, but like, how sick is it that like this guy, 25K, and he's out there wearing a BackCountry Pa podcast hat?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
is that like, how is that feeling for you?
I mean, I guess I don't really. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't really think about it honestly because. Well, here's the thing: is because he lives local here. Like I gave him the hat, you know, like all that kind of stuff. Like so, I don't really think about it because, like, okay,
right?
Like I gave him that hat. You know, it's not like he bought it or anything.
He has
like
the choice to wear it,
right? I mean, he could probably wear another hat if he wanted to.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, I don't really think about it too much. Like I don't think it adds any value to the brand. Put it that way.
I don't. 25K are seeing his hat.
Yeah.
They're looking at his gear.
Yeah.
Talking about what's in the bag. They're looking at his head.
Yeah.
And they see BackCountry Pa podcast. That's value.
Yeah.
That's free ads. That's free. Like,
it's true.
I think if you're, and like, shouts out to him, like, obviously, but I think a lot of the times it's these type of natural integrations that help a company.
Oh, yeah.
Like these type of, you know, I think of my dad with, you know, if he's having a catering, right? And somebody, you know, on a bigger scale is maybe at a party and they're like, oh, this food is phenomenal. Where'd he get this food from? Sick. That's word of mouth. 25.5 thousand people are possibly looking at this video and being like, sick, Lane Hausner is wearing that hat. I should be wearing that hat. Then they seek out BackCountry Pa podcast and they go down the rabbit hole. Then they add to that 3,000 subscribers. So I think like product placement is huge.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I don't know if he was even thinking about this, and he shouldn't be thinking about this, to be fair. Like, whatever. Like, whatever. I'm trying to make something out of nothing. But I think at the same time, too, it's like, that's cool as hell.
Yeah,
like, that's awesome.
I agree. Like, I think it was cool that he was wearing the hat. First of all, like, he could have just been like, he could have taken the hat and be like, okay, I'm never going to wear this hat again, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing as this hat, just orange.
In orange, yeah.
So, like, it's, you know, I can see where you're coming from with it, but, like, also, I don't look at him as serious. Like some famous guy, right?
Yeah,
like I just think of him as Lane Hausner.
Yeah.
That's all. I literally, like, I think in the retrospect of the world, we look at these people that are like Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, like these famous people, right?
Yeah. They're still people,
right? They're still people, and it's like it's so like. When you sit down,
Lane Hausner, Saquon Barkley in the same conversation. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
When you sit down and you talk to someone like we are right now, you work in the NFL, but I don't look at you like you work in the NFL.
You shouldn't,
right?
And you shouldn't, as you should not.
That's the thing. Like someone else though, maybe like, holy fuck, you work in the NFL, right?
Yeah,
that's their perspective. Like I know you as a person.
Yeah.
I think if you like, I talked to Derek Wolf. We talked to Derek Wolf on the podcast here.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation. Like it was just like when you have this connection with someone, of hunting or football or whatever it is,
shared passion. Yeah,
you share this passion. You talk to them about it, and you realize this guy's just a fucking person. Yeah, right. Like I think that's like you look at these people that are on the big screen. Yeah, and people get so overwhelmed, like, oh my god, sign this. I felt that once when I was a kid, and I haven't felt it really since. Trent Cole, I met him at the outdoor show, and he signed one of the shirts that I have a shirt in here.
That's sick.
He signed it, and my dad was like,
so sick.
You literally froze when you met him. So, like, I think it's just because of how long I've been doing this now.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't really affect me as much because I talk to, like, all these people that are quote-unquote famous.
Yeah.
Like, in other people's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see people post pictures of them. You'll be like, oh, my God, I got to meet this guy. I got to meet this guy. It's like, I don't know. I look at him like,
Sick.
yeah, like But I think that's also like,
but they respect that too, though.
Right.
I think like you know, you can be starstruck over a person, or you can be. I was more asking about the Lane Hausner thing because like that's free ads. That's he's a I mean, stand up guy for even like cool. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna go out there and hunt. I'm gonna do all those things. He necessarily wasn't thinking about you, but I think like just the simple right, but just the simple fact that like. It's supporting somebody else in the space and all those things. It's like it's easy to be like, no, cool, I'm gonna wear my stuff, even if he has his own stuff. Like I don't know, but like,
I mean, he could 100% be like, I have 25,000 subscribers. He's guaranteed to be monetized. I know he's monetized. He could put that monetization towards merch and wear his own merch, and like it would be his own stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like, I agree with you. Like it is in the retrospect of things of 25,000. Now, if all those 25,000 subscribers viewed it and like, oh my gosh, what's this BackCountry Pa podcast?
He's at 240 in 4 hours. Like, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, like for 25K
for 4
subscribers.
hours. Yeah. I mean, it was just posted outside of hunting season, outside of sika season, outside of late season. Like, it's a good number, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's going back to like a conversation we had probably 3 rabbit holes ago,
right?
About like you got to look at what you are putting out and not compare it to someone else. So like, I agree with that. Like 241 in 4 hours, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Not terrible.
So
love that.
Yeah, love it.
Keep her moving.
Where is this mouse?
I don't mean to keep derailing the conversation, but here we are.
Hey, you said you want to do a Joe Rogan one,
dude. I'm down for so much. Like what? What's going on?
It's a lot of blood. My goodness.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
There's 30 yards from him.
That was probably his first shot.
All right, well, here she is, guys. Met up with Devin. He was probably hunting, I don't know, 800, 900 yards away from me.
It's a decent one.
But, yeah, man, this is awesome.
Bigger one than the last one.
What a morning. Met up with Devin, so we're actually going to go to a different location. So we pulled our stuff, get her out of here, and go walk in a different piece. So should be good. We're going to keep hunting.
How much do you think those things weigh? Like,
say like
50, 60 pounds?
At most, like field dressed, like gutted completely. I'm gonna say maybe like 50.
You think they fully gut it now? Like that's fully gutted?
I would say, yeah. You don't really want to carry that out with gutted with
the guts in it.
It's gonna add like
Shot.
at least 100 pounds.
So wait, how much you say fully gutted at 60 pounds?
Fully gutted, probably 60.
Yeah. You went out on a kayak? It's their marsh area, huh?
Mm-hmm. Little one, real little one.
Oh, that's like Bambi.
That's like a little. Yeah, wow.
Sheesh.
That's real small. Where's your mama?
Yeah.
Dada.
Dang. That's tough. Don't you read at the end of the sentence?
Yes, sir.
On triple. What deer down on first one?
Yes, sir. On little trip, dude. What do you think of that last one?
A little small. Now that I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, dude. It was a fun trip, dude. Good seeing you, dude. Good hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy. Of course.
So, I mean, that
Still.
all in all, I mean, I think it was for my review, I think it was a good video. You know, like you showed everything. Like for me, I want to feel more of the story, right? Like I want to see from the start to when you get in that tree.
Yeah.
Like I want to see something going up there. Like he showed some of that, but like I would want to see more of that for me. Like I'm more of the whole build a story, show everything, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it was good. You know, you show the kill shot, you show everything else, you show the next day, you show even when you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You show up, but like I feel like there's so much meat on the bone that's left to be shown.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's fair. I think like, and we've watched a few different podcasts or a few different versions from different people, not necessarily podcasts, but different creators in the space. And I think like the variability between all of those, like he didn't have any, crazy angles or he didn't have anything like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Like you're consistent. I think that's what I want to see. I think
no color grading either. It looked like it was just
raw
straight
from
up
camera.
Yep.
And I think showing the iPhone stuff, you can tell that it's vertical. I think like there's a decided factor of shooting vertical video when you have wings on either side. So that's basically just like blowing up the image and putting like a Gaussian blur or putting like some sort of blur on the outside. There's that route, or you can shoot it horizontally to keep it similar with all of your other content. If you're shooting on a full frame 16:9 video, like a camcorder or like a GoPro or anything like that, you're shooting 16:9 horizontal. If you're shooting like this, it might be just a thing that you're whipping it out and shooting real quick. Completely understand. It's a creative vision. It's a, in the moment type of decision. You're shooting. Like that's the most consistent part.
And that could have been something he got after he shot that deer. He could have got that video.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's like, maybe I should get this just because it could connect to my video.
Yeah. But I was more so saying like, if in the moment, it like we were talking about consistency, like you're shooting the whole time.
Yeah.
Like you have that forethought. I keep messing up that word. Forethought of being like, cool, I'm going to shoot this because I want to make sure that I document it. That trumps everything else.
Yep.
Like if you can make sure that you're shooting that and you're getting content, that's all that matters.
Yep.
Like, cool, I'm just going to keep walking. I see deer scat on the ground. Like, cool, I'm just going to move past it. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like you're shooting that, that this is adding to the story. So back to your story point, it's like that storyline might be different for you than it is for somebody else.
Sure.
Like he was going out there being like, I'm going to document if I'm shooting like this, if I'm going to shoot like this, if I'm going to shoot with the GoPro, if I'm going to not shoot with the GoPro, if I'm going to have the 360 camera from a different guy. Like, right? Like if you're out with Ethan, Ethan doesn't have any camera equipment.
He has
maybe.
a GoPro 10 now.
Cool. Maybe he didn't have a GoPro 10. Maybe maybe he didn't have anything, right?
Yep.
Would you include that in your video?
Yeah. True.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a unique angle because we clicked on in the presence, right? I don't know if Devin Appleby, is that what his name is?
Apple.
Devin Apple.
Yep.
If he was in the presence, if he was not in the presence, if he's not getting any kickback or whatever, he's in that. It's adding to the story of him going out into the woods with somebody else. It's cool. He can celebrate. The viewer can celebrate the other guy's win, even if in the presence, if Lane Hauser didn't get a deer down.
True.
So I think like all of those things, it's little things. It's crumbs.
I think to the point that you are really hitting on, and I can see what I want in a story may be the full story.
Yeah.
That could be the full story.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so like for me, it's like, in my mind, it's like there has to be more.
Yeah.
Right? There has to be more to the story. But really, that could be the whole story.
Could be the story. It could be the thing,
literally be the whole story. So like, I think that's a big dilemma for me. Is like I'm looking at these videos, thinking like, okay, there has to be more.
Yeah. More meat on the bone or
there
something.
could be more.
Yeah.
There might not be more. That could be it. Like, and that's something that like when I watch these videos, it takes a little bit to realize that because you're for mine, like you're looking at it, you're comparing the numbers, right?
Yeah.
But in the other ones, when I watch in the presence, I'm comparing the current videos to a past video.
Yeah.
Where it's like there was more of a story.
Yeah.
So like I expect there to be more of a story, but really, that might be all the story is.
That might be it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That might be all it is.
It's you're 100% right with that. Like it could be.
There's different ways of thinking of it. There's different ways to skin a squirrel, Cody.
You watch that video. I'm impressed.
There's different ways to
impressed you
skin
watched
a
that
squirrel.
video. I'm
Come on
impressed you
now.
watched that
Come
video.
on now.
There's only a 4-minute video, so it's really not that long.
Easy ingestible.
Easy.
Easy.
All right, so the one we're going to watch.
Okay.
of mine is probably my least favorite.
I don't know if I have watched this, to be very clear.
It's the archery hunting, the PA Big Woods.
Okay.
The buck I did not recover.
I saw this one.
So we're gonna watch this one.
Okay.
All right.
I saw this one.
And
I'm
we're gonna critique it.
Okay.
It's at 1.3 thousand.
That's good.
It's
consistent.
The lowest one I have of my hunting season anyway. Well, the lowest one's the Ohio
80.
one.
Yeah. 340.
But that one's we're not even gonna dive into that one. I'll let the ads go because this is ads for me.
Huh?
This is ads for me.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm okay with it.
100%.
Season.
Then you watched a little bit of it. 30 seconds. Love it.
Morning. It is, October 25th. It is, right now it says 39 degrees. The temperature's going to keep dropping this morning. I am headed out for my first all-day sit of the season. This is only my real third sit as well of the season. I sat 2 times prior to this. Didn't really see too much. But this area I scouted pretty good over the off season, and I have not sat once in this area just because it's been too warm. It's a far hike in, and the only way I'm going to hunt this spot is if it's an all-day sit, early morning type area. There's doe bedding up on top of this point, drops down into a little thermal hub, and there's a line. There's 2 primary scrapes on this going into this thermal hub, and I have daylight activity on there from prior, but with this temp drop the last couple days, today is going to be the coldest. It's going to be 35 at 8 a.m. So that's good. I mean, it's dropping during the day, but then it's going to get back up into the low 60s, high 50s today. So I think they'll be moving decent up until probably like lunchtime. At lunchtime, depending, I might go down, check some cameras because I have a few cameras in this area. Might go check that then in the evening. Depending what I see on the camera, I might change my location, depending. But like I said, doe bedding up on top with thermals dropping until probably 9:30, 10 o'clock is when the ground's going to heat up in this area. I think they'll be cruising the bottom of this thermal hub to check it out. Have good wind today as well. This is a spot definitely I didn't want to booger up, so I wasn't going to go in there just willy-nilly and just hunt it because I have some very nice buck on camera in this area. So I'm going to go in here and I'll see you guys in the tree. Right now it's 3:49 as I'm recording this.
Damn.
I should be at my parking area by 4:20. It'll take me roughly about 30 minutes to ride my bike into this location. So, and then it's going to take me a little bit to get up there. I don't have a tree picked out necessarily right now. That's one thing I messed up on with this spot here. I didn't really pick a tree out, but we'll find one. We'll get in it and let's get on some deer. See ya. 7:08.
Let's pause real quick. Love the context.
Yeah.
Love the context.
Yep. Too long.
It's a little long.
It's a little long.
3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah. That's so. Yep.
But like, cool. If you keep that, you keep that 3 minutes, and you throw some B-roll over that.
Yep.
Perfect. You're like, cool. I got some good deer on the cams. Show the good deer on the cams. Like, if you got
Certain ones.
cool.
The one I do not want to show.
Absolutely. If you got some like any sort of movement, like any of those things, context wise, like cool. It's 39 degrees. Lane Hausner, I think of, he showed the temperature on there. Like cool.
Yep.
Like fine, right?
And
like that's cutting. If you're shutting, if you're like, I think you said that's one thing that I didn't do well. Like temperature dropping throughout the day. Maybe you show like an apple weather, or if you show like all of those things that I think that you can cut up that 3 minutes into a minute and a half, and like with different cuts with B-roll, or if you can do all those things. I think like progressing through one of those spots, I have a very hard time because I'm like, anything that, this sounds very selfish and I don't mean it in this way, but like anything that I shoot, I want to show the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to show the whole integrity of that thing. But like the viewer sees something for 3 seconds and they're like, cool, that was dope.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Yep.
Right? Like if you see B-roll of, you know, the whole location, maybe you're panning, a panning shot of the whole location. Maybe when you get there, you're up in the tree and you're shooting a panning shot of that. Maybe you're close up on, you know, deer tracks in the ground, or you're shooting, you know, the birds coming out of a tree, or you're showing the sunrise. It's 3:49 in the morning. Maybe you're showing the front of your camera of your car going through like the darkness, or like anything like that, just to show context.
Yeah.
You know, when you said it was 3:49 in the morning, I was like, damn, that's early as hell. For me, I'm like, I'm not waking up at 3:49 in the morning to go out there to hunt. Like, you're going to get there at 4:20. You're going to show the headlights of cars passing you or anything like that. Like, when you're going out there, I know that you have like an appetite for creation and video creation specifically. It's like knowing those things. If you're shooting your shoes walking through the snow, or you're shooting your shoes, you know, brushing through leaves in the ground, or you're just like those little baby things that I think so often can be overlooked and being like, nobody's going to care about that.
Yeah.
Cool. Cover 3 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
Make that 3 minutes worth watching because it's showing context for the viewer.
True.
Right off the top of that.
Yep.
So.
True. No, you're very right. As I saw that and was listening to myself talk, I'm like,
I saw you go over and look at what time was left.
Yeah. I was like, I need to shore that out there, or at least put B-roll over it, or something. Like,
but it's good. That
Yep.
this type of watching
it
back
tells
your own
you
stuff,
what's going on.
Perfect.
Right.
It's perfect.
But to make it better, add B-roll, add things like, even it's 3:19. If I record during daylight of like where the scrape is or where deer are traveling, like add it in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Pictures. It doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Yep.
All of those things.
This morning was a rough one getting in here. And couldn't find a tree to set up in. When I got here, I had 2 guys walk by me with climbers. They spun up on top and they went to the right. I don't know if I'm going to set up here or not, but I'm pretty much in the open. I couldn't find any double trees to get into that were decent to get into. It just was a met. I forgot my bow at the truck this morning. Thank God it wasn't that far.
Good context.
The scrape is up here.
Sucks, but it's good context.
Yeah, it really sucks.
About 20 yards. I pulled the camera when I was walking in. Pulled that SD card. Just
Like Lane Johnson with your eye black on.
Haven't checked it yet, but I'm waiting.
Makes you feel like I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're locking it. You're rubbing it all over your face.
Gotta put it in, man.
Oh yeah.
Some bleeds here. Raise the game.
Good quality stuff too.
Took me a while to set up.
Sony AX33.
Yeah, good quality. Really good
We're in
quality.
here now.
Damn.
We're gonna see. The breeze feels nice right now. It's cold. Probably should dress a little heavier, but you know, it is what it is. It's like 30. It's like 35 right now. With blood on my face. There's a doe, I think, coming right down this scrape.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free
That was
e-commerce store.
jarring.
Preload.
Wow.
There's a doe, I think, coming
Jarring.
right down this scrape. Doe's coming right down here. She was jumped or something. Try to stay as still as possible.
So the benefit of having 2 angles, the main and the second angle, is like you can cut back and forth of your view, and then also if you want to put the other view in the bottom corner, you can.
Yeah.
It's like you can cut back and forth as long as you match it up.
Like audio quality for this too, like the main cam seems like the better audio quality. Like this camera, this is the camcorder
too. Yeah.
This is the camcorder.
Yep. This was also the cheaper shotgun mic that I did have.
Got it.
So like I did upgrade.
Yeah.
So This is doe. I should have shot this doe.
Yeah.
8 yards. Should have shot her.
8 yards.
8 yards. Look at her. I'm right there.
Walking right to you.
Yep. Oh yeah.
This is archery, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was even closer.
Damn. You had a doe tag?
Oh yeah. Should have shot her.
Damn, right there, bro. Holy smokes. You looking at it right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to look at her. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to make eye contact.
Big one, huh?
She was all right. I sure shot her. She had a fawn with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's another one walking up behind her right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fawn. Now what I didn't realize is the buck that jumped them is the one that I shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of ethical concerns, like, in your brain in this moment. Like, you see...
That
you
shot
hear
right
a
there.
fawn.
Right there.
Yeah, 100%.
I would have shot right there.
Heart, yeah.
Yep.
Heart, lungs, everything.
Yep.
So, like, how much is going through your brain in that moment?
I see with how far back in I was with being 5+ miles in the woods.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about shooting a doe.
Yeah. You want a buck.
It's so there's so much you gotta do to get her out. Like, yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yeah.
But
You're
it's like,
wasting your whole day on the after.
It's like, okay, the reality is like, yeah, we're hunters. Like, we want to put me in a freezer, but there's a side of us that we're trophy hunters too. So like, we want to put the biggest thing possible in the fridge. Like,
absolutely.
If we go out there 8 miles in the woods, for example, like,
yeah,
you don't want to go 8 miles and shoot a doe and walk out with it. Like, you want to go back there and shoot a buck. It doesn't matter what the size of the buck is. You want to put that 8 miles in and shoot a buck. It doesn't matter what size it is. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I think that was my mindset going in here. Is like, it was October 25th.
Yeah.
It was season. Like right before the rut is starting, when the bucks started chasing, like pre-rut. I'm not going to shoot a doe when that doe could possibly have a buck on our trail. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I should have shot, because right here where you see the doe eventually come up, here is where I shot the buck, and I couldn't recover him.
Yeah.
So right where she's standing right there.
That's where you shot the buck.
That's literally the exact spot. I had the camera exact same spot, everything.
Yeah.
That I shot this buck at.
Damn.
Exactly right there. Right, like between those twigs.
God damn.
Like, it's the exact same spot. So it's 22 yards. 22 yards from me.
You practiced that shot 1,000 times.
I practiced back tons of times.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, with being 10 feet in the air where I am right here in the saddle,
yeah,
perfectly eye level.
Yeah.
With this buck. I was literally looking the buck in the eyes as I shot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Hindsight's always 20/20 when you look at things.
100%.
If I would have shot the doe, I may not have seen the buck.
Yeah, you're losing out on everything.
So then we get to the buck.
Ooh, little sound effects.
Yep.
I see you. Yeah. I think I skipped ahead. I might have skipped ahead to like just before this point, like in the video.
Okay. Oh, dude. Oh my God. He 22 yards. But I did find blood up here. That was the tree I was in. Right there. Right there. I was about 10 feet.
Such high confidence too coming out of that tree.
I'm
Dude.
sure.
Yeah, such high confidence. First deer I ever made contact with the bow, too.
Really? You can hear it thud.
I don't know.
You can hear
the thud, yeah.
Like, it's a good thud.
Yeah. It's a hollow thud.
Yeah.
But I was up.
See, and you see how the GoPro's connected right there.
Yeah.
So
100%.
that's
the
the
spot.
view that I
That's the
like to
spot.
run no matter what. Like
100%.
if I'm walking in, that GoPro's on the shoulders, right like that, right on the backpack strap.
Yeah.
Right there. 10 feet. Pretty much eye level with him. Right here. So he was standing right here. Standing right here. I shot him through that stuff. It was a perfect shot through there. But found blood right there.
Oh, yeah.
Bubbles in there. That's good. Blood right there. Blood right there. Blood right there. Blood. I know he will. Oh, there's some good blood right there. Good blood right there, too. Right there. Right there. He's really spewing out now. Really spewing out. Yeah, here's good blood right here. I'm gonna go get that right there.
Oh, yeah, geez.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go to get Ethan now. And we're gonna go track this buck.
Was he out there with you, or did you just call him up?
No, Ethan just got off work.
Okay.
So he just got off for working third shift.
Got it.
So he was like, dude, if you get one, give me a call and I'll come out and help.
Oh, it's here. It's 11:48. Shot that buck. What was that, like 8:20? Shot him 8:10.
Yeah.
We're going here, tracking blood.
So he hiked in 5 miles?
As you'll see
With me.
previously.
I walked back out for him, and we walked back in.
Damn.
Got out. We had like a
I walked 30 miles this day.
5 mile walk in.
He's killing me, man.
So brought the jet sled, so that make it a little easier. But we're going to get on this blood trail and get my buck.
I thought it was.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of money.
So I was in this tree right there. Where's where it was. Did not like it this morning. I was in the open. Like literally, there's no.
This is
cover
shot
around
with the
me at all.
GoPro here.
The sun was
It's good
beating on me.
quality.
So I'm very
10 or 8
surprised that
or
he
5?
10.
gave me a
So
shot.
you don't
period.
really see a difference from the
And I threw it
Sony
in
to
below.
this
Yeah.
the
But
10.
I was
Honestly,
Do you color this at all?
nope.
Good quality.
I do when I want to do like gray or like
You can see my marks
gray
on
out
the
stuff,
tree.
but that's it.
Right there. See, Nathan? The marks right there?
Oh, yeah.
That's how tall I was.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
10, 12 feet.
This part here, I feel like I could have taken out. Like this whole
I'd
walk up
say,
thing
yeah,
and
about
showing
11 feet
things
maybe.
over and over again. Like I feel like
No,
I
I
could have
think-
taken that out.
It's context. It's context.
Yeah.
It was right here. Yep. Like literally, if I was any higher, I wouldn't have got the shot.
First off, how did you even... So you had like
A small window.
this much of a hole.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thread the needle. I can throw a pea and a Cheerio.
Yep.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Thanks, man.
That's what's up.
All right, so first blood was.
And the
literally
audio, I
at
feel like on this GoPro 10 is very good.
Great, yeah.
What was the next one? I know where it goes anyway.
Yeah, let's play that.
Yeah, I know it goes right through here. Blood right there on that leaf. Right there, blood.
And for context, it was getting warmer in the day too.
Yeah, so 65 during the day.
Yeah. And then this is where it really starts pumping.
Because Ethan's wearing just a short, short sleeve.
Oh yeah.
And you're in short sleeves now too.
Yeah, and this sleeve right here, right there. It goes up to here. Right there. Blood on the tree right there. Yeah. Blood right there. Blood right there. Blood on the rock. Pretty cool. Blood right there on the rock. Nice. On this rock here. On that rock. The last blood was right there on that rock.
That's the last you found?
Yeah.
As far as you
That's
went?
as far. No, that's just. I just found that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cute. Let me get up on this rock. I don't want to mess anything up. Is that blood? No, I think that's blood.
I don't know if that's us from carrying the sled or...
No, I smelled it before too.
Okay.
Oh, there's a little bit of blood right there. On there. Right on this rock.
Does this pain you to put together?
He's going right up through here.
This was probably
I know that. Yeah,
a video that I definitely did not want to put out.
blood right there too, and hair.
Just because I know the ending, and right now watching it probably for the 10th time right now
Yeah.
Right there.
is very hard to watch.
It's like a bubble. And this is where I saw
Just
him
because I
last
know
go.
the outcome.
Yeah.
Well, now it's all
It's all rocks.
squirrel.
Okay, fucking A. Oh, God.
It's the one.
This is a real B&H birthday story. We've been known for our customer service since 1973.
There's blood right there. That's good. But now it's like, okay. Now it's like little drops. I know I hit him good. There's no arrow. And here's his tracks. Yeah.
This thing's just surviving out in the woods and with an arrow in it.
No, we did. I did eventually find the arrow.
Oh, really?
When I so Ethan had to leave, and then I walked back in with 2 more of my other buddies. And we found the arrow and it's broken in half.
Oh, really?
It was a pass through, but it was a liver pass through, and deer can live off that, but then also they can go like 4+ miles with a liver. So it's like we tried calling a dog, we tried everything, and no one would respond. So it's I literally exhausted all my efforts.
Right.
I mean, even during archery season, like I went back there multiple times. I sat in the tree for like 2 hours, and then I would just look.
Good eye, Ethan. Good eye.
So like it's not like I didn't try.
The whole
Right.
fucking round.
I still think I'm just hoping he's all on my cameras,
Right.
with a whole showing like, hey, I survived.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all I can really hope for right now.
Which would be absolutely perfect. No, actually, my one camera's up here. What if he died in front of it? That's blood right there. Where did he go? Right there. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood.
Not gonna lie, I might need a monster tomorrow morning. I've been staying up this late forever. It's 12 o'clock.
It's midnight. Hey, look
It's
at
the day
this.
of the Super Bowl.
Look at this. Yeah, come on now.
Go Eagles.
Come on now.
That's where.
No one likes
where
us.
actually
No
Bills
one
came
likes us.
So I'm thinking that he probably jumped and they ran down when he fell.
I need to hear that at least once in a while.
Okay.
Need to.
Have Raylan say it.
Dude. Fire me up. Fire me up.
My hose.
He went
Dude.
here, or he went around. One of the two. The last blood was, where was that at?
Right here.
Okay, right there.
This one here.
Yep, right here. Good blood.
Finish whatever we have at midnight.
We're getting on good
This?
blood.
Start our
We
day
just-
off.
We know he ran up here, so
What else do you have left?
Because
I have
it's the
a
only path you can take.
damn near shot.
I just don't like that.
Is
he
it
ran
midnight?
uphill.
Wait, is it midnight? Is it midnight?
12:01.
But he's not
Is
gonna be
it?
far
No,
once
it's
he gets uphill.
11:59.
Okay.
Come on up.
Good, Ethan?
Bro, this
You good?
Start the day off right. You know, you can't drink all day if you don't start at midnight.
I gotta piss again.
All right, good. Dude, chill. I'm gonna hold it till the end. Don't worry, everyone. We don't have that
I
much
know, with
longer.
all the things you went through.
We're tailing off.
We're trashing. I don't know how Joe Rogan does it. 5 hours straight.
Bro, I can't.
God.
He probably does it at 8
He
a.m.
does it at 8 a.m. He
Yeah,
has
9
to.
a.m. Yeah. Hey, here we go, brother.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Blood over there.
Here we go. Not the sad music.
December 7th. This is not really how I wanted this video to. I put a lot of work in this area. Scouting, hanging cameras, staying out till the time was right, practicing my shot non-stop, making sure I'm on, my bow's on. I came into this spot because the wind was
Mustache
right.
on point.
Thermals were going to be right.
Perfectly manicured.
Everything was going to be right. The temp was going to be right in the morning. Right time frame.
Again, aspire to achieve this level.
Checking
Lane
scrapes.
Hausner, Cody Howlab.
So
1 and 1.
I had a scrape in the area that was a primary scrape. I didn't know what was on the camera, didn't know anything about that. I just came in because I knew the
Or
wind was
Devin
right and all that
Appleby.
kind of
Devin
stuff.
Apple?
And
Devin Apple.
Devin Apple, sorry. I keep calling you
I was gonna
Appleby.
hunt it.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't press record, a double
Thought he
tap
respect.
actually on
Oh, yeah, Matt
the
Apple.
camera.
Oh, yeah. Shut up.
But the GoPro is going. I'm going to be learning from this a lot. October 25th, Ethan came out. As you saw, we lost blood. That was last blood that you just saw. We didn't originally find my arrow at first either, so I thought it hit him. I saw the arrow go in. I saw it was a good hit. It was center mass, like dead liver. I thought it might have been a little bit of lung and liver. Turns out I think it was just liver. So I saw that blood and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get Ethan, come back in here, we'll find this deer. Wrong. I should have been done better and been better and actually watched him see where he went, trying to see where he went, listen as much as possible instead of freaking out and calling everyone under the moon right away because I thought I had a dead deer. I think he is still dead, but do not know where. Archer season kind of, after that moment, kind of went downhill for me. Didn't really feel like going out. So when I did come out here, I mostly would sit in the morning, then I'd go somewhere else and look for him, try and find at least him and have an end of the story, so I could do that. As of today, I came in here because I was like, there's a few more places I can check with the rifle. I can get in there instead of walking through everything with my bow. I did not find him. I found water that would have been directly in line with where he was walking. Did not find him anywhere. I don't see his head or or rib cage anywhere. I just didn't know where he went. The weird thing was, as you saw, he went uphill, and then we lost it after 80 yards, and then lost it, and then I saw the tracks going through the leaves, and I followed that, but it's very disheartening. I wish I could have either, one, I checked my camera, he's not on there, he hasn't been on there since the 2 days before.
8 point.
He was on there before I went and shot him. This is going to haunt me for a while. I think the thing that sucks is it was a beautiful buck. Everything was perfect. I used my woodsmanship, didn't rely on cell cameras, didn't rely on anything else other than what I found, what I scouted for. But I couldn't put an end to the story. So this is the end of the story on that buck. Hopefully this may help someone in the end. I know it's going to help me. But any tips, I'm open to hearing them. See it.
There's one single video that's responsible for leading over.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It sucks. I think at the end of the day, though, I think like the vulnerability of it at the end of the day, I think is commendable. Nobody wants to talk about these stories. You know what I mean? So I think like even us talking about it, like, sucks, but like I think like that is the reality of it. You know, people remember those type of stories more than they remember the wins sometimes.
Yeah.
That stuff haunts them, just as much as the wins,
Yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the hardest videos that I had to put together. Like, I'm not necessarily a too emotional guy.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think, I've always said this, but like guys, we don't have a spot to have emotions.
Yeah.
But like in the woods is where I have the most emotion. Right.
Yeah.
So that, like, I don't feel like that video truly portrays. Damn whiskey.
Bird dog.
Bird dog it up. Portrays how I really felt in that moment. Like there was moments where there's a fine line between documenting literally everything and documenting everything, right? Yeah. I've talked to Jess multiple times about like during that time frame, before that time frame and rifle season, where I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I did not want to hunt anymore. I was like, I don't even want to do the podcast anymore. I don't want to do anything anymore.
Right.
There was that moments, but like those things I can't capture because if you capture them, I feel like they're not real.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because then it's like you're redoing it. You can't have those real like that was as real as I could be in that moment, and like that. There's obviously in the whole, the main part of it, right? Because that's what we're focusing on is like filming. But like you want to have that emotional side. You want to have that side because you want to show your emotion. You want to build that connection with like that 1.3 thousand. Like, yeah, it's not a ton, but like that 1.3 thousand, I hope that's someone
contributes to the 3,000. Absolutely.
Someone in that group of 1.3 builds some kind of like, man, like I could feel that.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what I was trying to portray in that situation.
Absolutely. And it came through. I think like that last part, me as a viewer, I watch the beginning, I watch the middle part of it. I watch the meat of it. I watch the searching, and then I think I might have left the video. And I think the end part, I think, was the most impactful. It's the raw emotion, and I'm being honest. Like as a viewer, like I'm being honest. I think I knew the story. I was a little close to the story because I was talking to Jess when I FaceTime you guys pretty often, and I think like that was the day, one of the days that I FaceTimed Jessie, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like Cody's out." Whatever she was doing with all those things, like, and I think that in that moment when I found out that you didn't get it, and I was kind of just like, like damn, Like that sucks. Like I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
However, like watching this video and seeing that raw emotion, I was like, damn, now I can kind of respect it a little bit more. Like I understand. And that's somebody that doesn't go out. That's somebody that doesn't have that connection to this sport of, you know, going out and, you know, and spending time and effort and money and doing all those things. Like I don't appreciate it. In the most ignorant terms, I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then I see something like this and I'm like, now I do appreciate it. I see that it's not just going out there and ruthlessly, you know, shooting an animal or something like that. Like there's a lot of care. There's a lot of knowledge that goes into it. And that made me appreciate it more. And I think that I was a fan of this whole thing before. Like I didn't grow up with hunting. And I didn't grow up with, I grew up with a lot of other, friends and family that did hunt and did all those things, but I wasn't a first person point of view to that whole thing. And I think like seeing something like this, it shows a different side of this whole sport. And I think that that's something that I didn't appreciate before, but now I do appreciate because I'm closer to it and I understand what goes into it. So that's what I appreciated out of this video more than anything else.
It was definitely one of the, like I said, it was one of the hardest ones to put out because it was like the other ones like successful, right? Like it's like the one they got a buck, the other two I got a doe. Like my dad got a doe. Like but like this one here was like I was on the fence. Like I was like, dude, like I went to the one folder and I was like, I thought I deleted every footage, all the footage from it. I was like, lucky I found it. Like, it's not to draw attention because obviously it's not the highest viewing video, but like, it's like, it's real. Like that is real. That's what happens. Like that happens more often than what people
100%
want to talk about.
100%.
And it's, that buck could be dead.
Yeah.
I may find his dead head, you know, or he may be still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know till I get back out there.
Right.
But like you got to have a good supporting cast because
100%.
Your sister, my wife, she was like, I know you like hunting. You're not done.
Yeah.
You're not done.
Yeah.
So like,
that's with everything. That's with everything. I think like
100%.
Like it's important to have people that are in your corner and to support your passions and to do all those things. And I think like that's something that going back to what we were talking about before, like if you want to invest in it, like you'll invest in it. Like if you care about something, you'll surround yourself with people that also will support your passion in
Absolutely.
it. And I think that's the most important thing.
I think it's cool to hear that and see that because like since I started really putting videos together and just like you, your sister, and even Ethan, like have been like, dude, like you've
leveled up.
Leveled up. Like you
100%.
leveled up. And like I think that's one thing, like now that it's technically the off season, right? Like hunt, like sure I'll be out scouting once a month or something like that. But like my craft now is like literally going on YouTube and watching like how to do different things.
That's what you should be, like self-scouting and looking at taking an inventory.
And Derek Brady's, who you'll meet tomorrow. At the outdoor show. Like I said, well, now it's February
today.
You'll meet him today.
Who is he?
He's from
with?
Latitude.
Latitude. I think did we meet him last year?
No.
He had like so there was some guy that we met last year that had a big stand. He had like DVDs.
No, that's Whitetail Adrenaline.
Whitetail
Adrenaline. That's you can the one guy there, Tim Palmer. He got a really nice buck. He's part of the Whitetail Adrenaline.
Okay.
But I actually need to get some DVDs from them, so we'll be stopping there again.
I would love to.
We will
that
be
dude
stopping
looked like
there.
He had like a arcade. Arcade game logo.
Yeah, I want to get it. I don't know if I want to get a sweatshirt or t-shirt, but we will be stopping there.
Nice.
Latitude, but you'll meeting Derek because I got to go there. I got to buy some scrape stuff from them. And I might get a shirt. I don't know. But yeah, you'll meet Derek. Because he's pretty much the vision behind like the video side of Latitude. Right. So
I'd like to pick his brain.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Do it.
I love that stuff. Like,
but so we'll be doing that. I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that, to be honest with you. I have no idea where I'm going with that.
Just the fact that, like, when we meet these people tomorrow, like, This bird dog's getting his withers.
It's time.
We're not even. Come on. We're not even. We got a bit more in us.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
No,
but
what do we got run time?
it's probably 2 hours.
2 hours and 30 minutes,
2 hours,
brother.
30 minutes,
Hey,
almost
we're
3
getting
hours.
this 3 hours.
But yeah, so I mean that video, I could have picked an everyone. Like I obviously could have picked like one where I got my buck down. I could have picked the does that I got. Like I could have picked my dad's, which was extremely short, 8 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I think my biggest advice to anyone making a YouTube video,
just do it.
If you're gonna do it, go all out.
Do it.
Like go. Like I'm not saying buy the most expensive stuff.
No.
Buy all this. Like just record everything.
Do it.
Make a kick-ass video that you're proud of.
Yep.
And just put it out there. Name it right. That's all you gotta do. Put it out the right time frame.
Yeah.
If you record my biggest thing, because I think I gotta talk to one guy because I think he said he's editing videos right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're editing videos right now that you shot in archery season, in October, wait till next season, put it out.
Yeah.
There's no rush, dude. If you put it out in October, you're gonna have 10 times
People are
views
gonna watch it. Yeah, people are
than
gonna
if you put it out now. No one cares right now.
Yeah.
Wait till October.
Yeah.
You put it out opening day.
Yep.
You put opening day on Sunday.
Yeah.
When no one's out hunting.
People go.
Dude, people are gonna flock.
People look.
It's
That's a perfect encapsulation, I think, of this entire thing, though. Like, if you're gonna do something and if you believe in it, do it.
Yep.
Like, do it.
Yep.
I think, like, caption wise, if you believe in something, do it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's like this
The title of this might be "Just Do It."
Just do it. Be like Nike. Be like Nike. Just do
Swoosh.
it. I'm saying. Like, I think like that's like a perfect encapsulation of what we were talking about tonight.
I agree. Hey man, I appreciate you being on the podcast. We
I
have
don't
nothing in here.
Brother, cheers.